When you think of Jason Statham, depending on how old you are, you might think of Guy Ritchie movies or wrangling gigantic prehistoric sharks. But you may be rather less likely to think of the action star's previous job before becoming one of Hollywood's household names in the genre. While many actors may have started off their careers waiting tables or working in a pub while they waited to make it big time, Statham had a very different beginning to his career. When he was at school, it wasn't the big screen that the young Statham was focusing his efforts on, but rather sports. This might seem fairly unsurprising, with many young boys aspiring to be footballers or basketball and baseball players as well in the US. But for the young Statham it was a different sport entirely, and one which has become a flagship sport for Team GB in recent years. So what sport was it that a young Jason Statham trained to perfect himself in? It was actually diving, and Statham was extremely good at it. We're not just talking representing on a school or county level in sports as a teen here. Statham dove, or is it dived, for England at an international level. Speaking to Katie Couric, Statham recalled that he had been on holiday in Miami and saw a man doing a high dive, and decided he wanted to try it. When he was 11 or 12, Statham joined a diving club, and made it to the national team despite that age being a relatively late start for a top-level athlete. Statham actually represented England at none other than the Commonwealth Games in 1990, competing in the 10-meter, 3-meter, and 1-meter categories. Speaking about his time as an athlete, he told IGN in 2003 that it teaches you discipline, focus, and certainly keeps you out of trouble. The actor also shared how his diving career helped him in his acting. While you might not think the two skills would be connected, Statham said it helped him to stay focused and disciplined. Speaking to the BBC in 2008, he said, "I think what I didn't achieve, in sports, has probably helped me focus more and take my acting career more seriously. And, of course, being good and at diving and swimming might come in handy when you're filming a movie about a giant prehistoric shark." Sadly, Statham never made it to the Olympics, saying he did about 3 trials for them. That said, competing at the Commonwealth Games and then going on to become an international action movie icon isn't too shabby either. As for his big break into films, that came after Statham moved into sportswear modeling. Through that he was introduced to Guy Ritchie, who was captivated by Statham's upbringing, working with his street seller father, and cast him in his 1998 thriller Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.